Hey, so my godfather was also named Donald. When I was a child growing up, I had godparents, and that's a South African tradition, I guess, that in the event of your parents being killed in a wreck or passing away, that you would have people that they entrusted you to. And my one set of godparents was my dad's sister Stella and her husband Donald. So I did this decode, which was really interesting. My godfather was also named Donald. And in gematria, A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, and Z is 26. Each letter of the alphabet has a number, and each number has a vibration. So that's how we create energies with frequency and vibration. Okay, so my godfather was also named Donald, comes to 299. So this is my photograph when I was a 6-year-old little girl. And this has always been my most favorite prayer. It's the light of God surrounds me, the love of God enfolds me, the power of God protects me, the presence of God watches over me. Wherever I am, God is. I've also come to the realization that my voice is the super soldier activator. So there's many of us that have been training for this time and were born for this. So anybody listening to this, if you could forward these decodes to military personnel, especially those that have been in special forces, because I guess there's like some higher calling, and my voice, like I said, is the activator with these decodes that would make synaptic lineups, I guess. It's the only thing that seems to be making sense right now, so that's what I'm going to go with. So I do request, please, that you share this with anyone in the military or veterans that you know, because they know about gematria, and I'm sure that some of this will resonate with them. So thank you for that ahead of time. So my godfather was also named Donald, 299. How do I complete my mission? 299. Strong angel with a loud voice. 299. He will prepare the way before me. 299. It is written in the stars. 299. Patriots have no skin color. 299. A grand deception from the start. 299. Donald J. Trump, drain the swamp. 299. I'm not perfect. I do make mistakes. 299. He kills the devils by any means. 299. Take heed that you are not deceived. 299. They know not what they do. 299. Kindness is never weakness. 299. Father of the genius race you are. 299. Bringers of the new humanity. 299. Father of 13 dimensions. 299. Infiltration, not invasion. 299. And the serpents shall tremble. 299. Anti-reptilian revolution. 299. Y'all aliens really like me. Wow. 299. Kill all serpents. Yes, I will. 299. Repentance will not help them now. 299. Purge the evil, drain the swamp. 299. I'm not your whipping girl. 299. The mysterious stranger. 299. A migrant from the third world. 299. I must be very interesting. 299. I'm risking life and love on this. 299. They knew I was an easy target. 299. She doesn't like dishonesty. 299. Countless unheeded warnings. 299. What goes around comes around. 299. The truth about the truth. 299. Okay, so I know that everybody really loves the Kennedys, but unfortunately they're not who people think. And if we know Earth's true history, which I've also just discovered during this awakening, you'll realize that they are actually a family of Alpha Draconians, and since we're unwinding time back to the beginning of this time matrix, they would be the invaders at the beginning, that were the ones that were that are taught in religion as the serpents in the garden. So in order to live in this earth and to get control over humanity and the energy grid lines and the stargates, they had to incarnate into human form. So since the Schumann resonance of the earth is increasing, we're basically unwinding time. So we're going back to the beginning of this time matrix, just prior to the Luciferian invasion. And like the true biblical text is actually the story of two Luciferian bloodlines, the Anu Anunnaki and the Alpha Draconians. And then just also from the research that the Anu Anunnaki had actually wanted to get some of their crystal spark back, and had made other arrangements with the Emerald Covenant that I shared in a previous video. So the AB negative blood type is of the Alpha Draconians, and that's why they are rare, because they're having difficulty living and maintaining in these higher frequencies, because we're going back to the love vibration, which is a lot of the majority of humans are kind and caring and want to do good and will reach out and help one another. And then we have these really analytical left brainers that will do anything to win at all cost. And I guess nobody was aware of the fact that I was targeted by the Kennedys when I was a little girl, and they do the energy harvesting, which is a form of satanic ritual abuse, obviously, because it takes away our free will. I'm not the only Margie Grail Indigo child that was targeted by the United States government and the CIA and other secret societies. And apparently when Diana went into witness protection, lied, basically, and went into the CIA, and then obviously was able to track us. And then JFK Jr. and his wife, I guess, and her sister went into working with the FBI to fake their deaths. Which again, from my perspective, they're spinning the story. It's like, oh, to save humanity. No, they're leading you down the wrong path. They're being deceitful because they're not telling you the whole truth about them targeting me as a child and harvesting my energy and manipulating my chakra systems in order to manifest for themselves. George W. Bush was also AB negative. So there's various factions, I guess, in those Luciferian divisions. There's so many, it's really complicated to understand. So I only share from my true life experience. And they are master manipulators. They also lied about Patrick Bouvier Kennedy, that apparently is JFK Jr.'s twin brother. He wasn't born later and he didn't die at birth. And then I guess there's Arabella, who knows who or what that is at this point in time. My deal is that they are deceivers and they are lying to the American people. Again, everybody wants an idol and somebody to worship or look up to, but it's not these individuals. And I guess my purpose is to shine a light on what has been done to me. And well, again, it's like my voice is an activator. I'm doing the decodes. I'm speaking the truth. It will resonate with those that needs to resonate. And that's all that really matters. So if this doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. Just don't judge. Just hold on to the information, because I promise you all the truth will be revealed. I did want to share this. Was a picture that was circulating, I guess, somewhere on Telegram. Somehow I got it because I don't go looking for these things. But apparently this is Diana. And that's JFK. Again, it's about energy harvesting. Energy harvesting targeted children of the Margie Grail Indigos. Again, those of us that have the ability, once we come together, we shift the ley lines of the planet. It's got to do with our energy frequency and vibration of our souls and our spiritual ranking. And I guess since we've seeded the heavens, that's why star seeds seeded the heavens from the beginning of time to help humanity at this time, to save them from these individuals. And if you know the true Earth history, like I said, you would realize that the Alpha Draconians were the one that invaded this realm at the beginning of the time matrix. That is the Metatronic time matrix. that teaches about religion. And I also shared this one with Q. JFK Jr. is not Q. He's never been Q. Neither has Diana. Them taking on that is actually trying to hijack the true Magic Grail Indigos. And I guess I feel like there were 13 of us that were targeted, and specifically the Navy SEALs from Extortion 17. And then obviously there's also Operation Iraqi Freedom, which was related to Patrick Tillman, Chris Kyle, and also Benghazi. These SEALs trusted JFK Jr. and Diana when they went into witness protection, because, you know, like I've said before, Hillary and the Bushes and the Clintons were trying to murder the most gifted people on this earth. And obviously, you know, if you're a slick walker and smooth talker and master manipulator, you know, the thing why I'm saying this is if they tried to sacrifice me spiritually, okay, and then I was lured to Dallas to the Rolling Stones concert that I had a really bad feeling about, that I didn't go for. So with them manipulating energies, it's like they cannot sacrifice me. So my question is like, okay, so you're not able to kill me, but how many people have they killed? So to me, it's like, my brothers and I were sent here for a mission on this earth. I don't care how many celebrities, like the Diana and the what if he's JFK Jr.'s wife's name, Bissett. These people are deceivers. They master manipulators. They lied to everybody because they didn't tell them apart about harvesting my energy. So I'm not the only one of the Magic Grail Indigos. They have targeted my brothers too, and we all had a mission that none of us were aware of. But because these people are the elites, they know more than we do, so they waited for us. So they waited for us to be born. Sorry, so this like flipped over to the next slide, so I want to continue on. So again, there are people that have higher levels of conscious awareness, and since we're born in the dark and we don't know as much as these elites do, because, you know, why would they possibly come and tell us the truth if they're trying to have dominion over the earth and over humanity? And the only way that they can maintain that is to maintain control over the energetic ley lines and the crystalline grid structure of this earth. So they are the people that don't know the true Bible story, that it's about the two Luciferian bloodlines, specifically the Anu Anunnaki and the Alpha Draconians. So the JFK Jr. is not wrong, I guess, in claiming he was Jesus Christ from the Bible, but it's not the true story. Those are the Alpha Draconians, the Canaanites, because they can't manifest for themselves. They harvest from people like me. Okay, so I'm going to try and explain. So the reptilian, these are like the Alpha Draconians. Like I said, their DNA is not upgradable. And right now, since we're going through an Earth ascension, any of the lower vibrational beings will not survive, or their sole purpose, if they have one, considering, you know, if you don't have a consciousness, if you can go out and hurt innocent people, you don't have a conscience. And if you don't have a conscience, you don't have a soul. Because I don't know how you can hurt another person that's never done anything to you just because. There's something sick and twisted if you do. So anyway, so going back to the reptilians, okay, so when they were doing the Jesus strand thing that they were pushing from -48, AB negative blood is Alpha Draconian. Okay, so I'm going to read this. Less than 1% of the US population have AB negative blood, making it the least common blood type among Americans. Patients with AB negative blood type can receive red blood cells from all negative blood types. Okay, if the mother is Rh negative, her immune system treats Rh positive fetal cells as if they were a foreign substance. The mother's body makes antibodies against the fetal blood cells. These antibodies may cross back through the placenta into the developing baby. They destroy the baby's circulating red blood cells. Okay, so we have to think about this. They are trying to make their bloodline superior. Okay, so it's basically, that's why they try to attack an Rh positive child that's being developed. again, it's genetics, and it's just how they have always wanted to proliferate and be the strongest, but they're not. They are actually the virus in this system, in the matrix. Um, so we give them Rogam, which is a blood product in the hospital when I was working as a nurse still, so that they can maintain the pregnancy. So slowly but surely, these numbers have decreased because they're giving birth to more light beings, if that makes sense. So this is a way of their body to attack God's children. It's crazy. It's just, it is what it is. Okay, so the negative traits of blood type AB personality can be complicated, forgetful, impatient, irresponsible, critical, aloof, indecisive, and discriminating. RH negative blood type. The RH blood type and the Rh negative blood type in particular have reptilian recessive rare DNA blood type traits that appear in people all over the world. So they've been left brain, highly analytical, will do anything to win at all costs, even if it means hurting innocent people. And I know George Bush Sr. was AB negative as well. Now going back to the Orifeme, and okay, so the diagram in the middle. So the reptilian is from the Templar Melchizedek, so Mary and Joseph, and that's like the Bible Jesus, which was never crucified. It was never him that was crucified. It was the Christ in you and me that was crucified. Mary Magdalene was actually the one that they crucified, hence them coming for me again this lifetime, and how he has followed me through many lifetimes and attached on to my energy, but it's like no more, because I've woken up and I know the real story. And then there's the Anahazi, which is the blue flame Melchizedek of Joas and Judah. And then we have Ushia, which is the 12-strand DNA, which we are 12-strand DNAs. That's our DNA is crystalline structure. That's what this ascension is enlightenment and upgrading our DNA. And again, like I said, you know, there's certain blood types that their DNA is not upgradable, so they will just, I guess, fulfill their life mission or their soul contract, or not if they gave it up. And these are the people that are, I guess, passing away and they're fulfilling their soul contracts. And then obviously there's the ones that think that they can steal our destiny, which you cannot. You know, if you don't like the way your birth chart looks, like, oh well, I'm sorry, you can't have mine. And then obviously the Anahazi, the Orifeme, which the Orifeme are a hybrid form of the Lyra Sirius A Anahazi. That's the Elohe, Elohim, Emerald Order feline hominid, from, I guess, the Lyra constellation. And you know, just the information that I can deduce and discern as truth. Okay, so the most ancient blood type is type A. Okay, so in molecular history, type A appears to be the oldest blood type, in the sense that the mutations that gave rise to type O and B appear to stem from it. Geneticists call this wild type or ancestral allele. Okay, 32% of the United States population is A positive, making it one of the most transfused blood types. Type A positive is in high demand to treat cancer patients and premature babies. In an emergency, doctors depend on type A and AB plasma for trauma patients and accident victims. Preferred donation methods, and then obviously with platelets and whole blood. We never ever need the whole blood of another being in a body. They can do it with plasma, and they can also do it apparently with coconut water, which is interesting to have learned that. So type A, like I said, is the ancient, one of the oldest bloodlines, and therefore our DNA is upgradable, and we hold more light codes. So as more light is bombarding the earth, our DNA is being reactivated, and it's also basically full function of all of your brain instead of just 9%, as we gain control back of the energetic ley lines of the planet. And then obviously there will be a big reset when my brothers and I actually get together, or Patrick and myself get together, because our our energy resets the grid lines and activates this interstellar activation that these people have tried to avoid, which you cannot, because we have to break the spell these beings have over humanity, and that is done when we come together, because I guess our love is powerful and we reset the energy grid lines, and there is no force in nature stronger than love, and love is the law of vibrational energy. So the Orifim were seeded 568 million years ago on density 3, Sirius B, Procyon, Orion Mintaka, and Gaia, and density 2, Sirius B, played in Alcyone, Altair, and Terra to begin creation of the angelic human lineage. Do you see how many millions of years this has taken for us to get to this point? A group of Orifim were further hybridized with the Zurite Yani races of Sirius B to create the Majiraji lineage of Sirius B, the progenitors of the Christiac Magi Indigo Child Grail line on Earth. These are us, we the starseeds, the ones waking up and trying to share the truth with those that are still sleepers. But it's okay, because we hold a higher frequency. When the big solar flares come through, we will be able to shield those that are still beguiled and manipulated into believing a doctrine that's not the whole truth. So I do believe we are here as protectors and to help those wake up. It will be a walk in the park for me, 299. It's all an act to put on a show, 299. The love of many will wax cold, 299. God will never leave you alone, 299. My name is love, says the Lord, 299. Glorious transformation, 299. The next phase of evolution, 299. 1111 portal DNA upgrade, 299. Good vibrations feel good to all, 299. Some confirmation. The nation belongs to you, 299. Love is the true intention, 299. Ophiuchus, the serpent bearer, 299. She created the constellations, 299. No one religion is above any, 299. 2020 events, 299. Human cloning underground base, 299. Nothing you say can stop me, 299. Never cast pearls before swine, 299. So, beyond the walls of belief, there's a whole different world. 299. And this is why we have to get full disclosure about all of the life forms. You know, when humans are tricked into believing that they're the only beings in the cosmos, which is not true. We're just very mind controlled, and we're actually don't have free will, while we believe in a fake construct that's not the whole truth. So I do look forward to having all of our true history exposed to us, and the true angelic lines, those which have been buried and hidden in the Bible. And also the Bible was constructed by the Council of Nicaea, which was a group of Roman attorneys, and they decided what would go into the Bible and what wouldn't. And that was one of the biggest shocks for me too, because there's so many people, well, you know, I mean, you're raised to believe that that book is the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So when you find out that it's not, it's a very bitter pill to swallow. But I would rather, you know, people have the truth than be led down the wrong trail. I wanted to, but I keep on seeming to, every time I get to 2020 events, I think of President Trump going into Walter Reed and the deal that he was actually poisoned, and that then, you know, we have the human cloning underground base. There are celebrities that have lots of clones, and then they transfer their consciousness, I guess, for whatever reason, so that they can continue reaping fame and fortune, but at the expense of somebody else's energy. So JFK Jr., I guess he has that book, The Kid by the Side of the Road, which I'm going to do a decode on as well. Or actually, it came up in one of the decodes. I thought that popped into my mind that I did a decode on. So when I stand back and I view this from a higher perspective, not everything in that book is the truth, because he lies about Isis and Osiris. So JFK, in addition to being Aleister Crowley reincarnated, he's basically set, since we, again, unwinding time back to the beginning of this time matrix, which would make Patrick Osiris and me Isis. So again, them harvesting energy coming after us lifetime over lifetime, it's the only thing that makes sense. And obviously, since in the biblical Christ times, he sacrificed Mary Magdalene, he was not sacrificed. He sacrificed Mary Magdalene because they didn't want, the biblical thing is this whole patriarchal system where, women are subservient to men, and how dare you, you're not equal. But we are. It's equal give and take. It's a balance of energy. It's loving one another. There's no one above the other in a divine union. So it goes back to that war with Set and Osiris, and it's what he's doing again. When I was in the chat and I mentioned, when they mentioned that Patrick was in witness protection and that he was going to expose the NFL and the military, right? There's something shifted, and I just knew, and I added something to the group, and this negative 48 like stopped the whole chat. And I think it was actually John that was there that night. He goes, wait, stop, be quiet. How do you know that? So he really like asked me questions about stuff. I didn't know that he knew more about me because I hadn't connected all the dots. But that would have been the time he would have gone after Patrick with a vengeance. So, because again, if Patrick and I are in the dark, as well as the other Navy SEALs, because we don't know who we are, they've been doing black magic and stupid stuff on us since we were children, so we don't remember everything. So that's what I can deduce from everything. That's why he has this vengeance out there. If he's still alive, he might have offed himself, because if you can only do black magic and go against children of God for so long before, it's reciprocation. And I don't wish anything bad on anyone, other than, what the hell do you think is going to happen to you if you're harvesting the life force from a little girl since she was 6 and now 49? Yeah, it's not going to end well for you. Let's have a little bit of common sense, yeah. And my mission was to expose the vampires for who they are, because they're trying to usurp the throne of God. They're trying to have control over the energy grid lines and the sun gates, the star gates, the universal galactic gates, and it basically is each individual human's full awakening. They don't have control over that because we've awoken. And I really went down a rabbit trail. So, past and future are really here, 299. What is last is now first, 299. The world will never be the same, 299. I will never give up on you, 299. Satanism and Catholicism are the same, 299. She cries because we suffer, 299. She's a very sensitive girl, 299. Yes, I am. I can feel energies. I just didn't realize what it was growing up. So now I do. Witchcraft used against her, 299. Satanic ritual abuse is for real, 299. One who fights for humanity, 299. Trump hidden agenda crowned by God, 299. The time of calm before the storm, 299. Your connection to Egypt, 299, and that's what I've just explained. Receive my bloodline inheritance, 299. 10 of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles, 299. So if you know history, Inky created, actually lived in Africa, in South Africa actually. That's why there were some of those spheres that they found that were made of metals, not of the earth. So, and then also humans were kind of created to mine the gold so that these terrestrial beings could have our minerals and resources for their planets or their realms. So that's why they had to enslave humanity. And by dumbing us down, thinking that we needed to work for them, that they had money, which is really nothing, because they're using your energy to create a world that's not even real. So that's what they're wanting to fix, I guess, because we unwinding time back to the beginning of the Matrix. So we want to make right all of the wrongs. So that bloodline inheritance would be not just for me. That is all of Africa. It's all of the children. It's everybody that's been sacrificed. It's to make all of our lives better. It does not belong to the Kennedys. There are chosen Margie Grail indigos that are of the original genetic bloodlines that were chosen by God to help save humanity at this time. Because we're honest and true and do what's right in all things, we obviously are the trusted ones to do what needs to be done to help all of the people suffering on earth. This is about all of us growing, all of us becoming enlightened and making right wrongs that were developed at the beginning of this time matrix. But these people are still I don't know, they're still wanting control over it. So that's why they went into witness protection, basically lied to the government for shielding while they hunted us behind the scenes. So again, it's history's kind of repeating itself, and like it says at the top here, the past and future are really here. This is the only thing that makes sense considering all of the weird stuff that's happened to me throughout my life. They made a really stupid move, 299. What is the name of my betrayer, 299? Blind belief in his own greatness, 299. Son of man, Republican traitor, 299. Invading subconscious minds, 299. Widow is the lying, meddling dirtbag, 299. The spirit of envy and spite, 299. They really aren't smart, LOL, 299. They are going to die over pride, 299. There is justice. There's judgment of all demons, 299. Cast out demons in Jesus' name, 299. Truth is not terrorism, 299. Jesus is here. Elites are in panic, 299. There are 4 gates to one place, 299. New World Order, whose order, 299. Only what can happen does happen, 299. 9/11, 2001, 299. September 11th was a big day, right? It was a trigger for many of us that are kind and generous and want to do all things to help those less fortunate, or we are those that will run into danger to help others instead of running away. There's also, when you're waking up, again, it's like, if you know the true story of Osiris, he is Christ, and then Isis is Mary Magdalene. And these people have targeted us over lifetimes. But then, when I read this, only what can happen does happen. So it's telling me again, there's another 9/11 event or something big like that. So what is the name of my betrayer? So this could mean 2 things: that John betrayed Donald, or Donald betrayed me, which I doubt. I really think that they poisoned President Trump, because this asshole would have to take out his opponents, and who would be his biggest challenge would be President Trump. I really hope that I'm wrong about all of this, but it's like the only thing that makes sense. I'm hoping that the military will step in, the 800 military officials that were working with President Trump once they've gone through all of this mayhem. I'm sure they didn't see this coming either, because again, JFK and his family are master manipulators. They've deceived many, many, many people, and didn't have the whole story. Which again is the only thing I can deduce. Why else would you come after a little girl when she's 6 years old, send demons her way, harvest her energy to create for yourself, and then your plan was always to sacrifice me, and I'm not your sacrificial lamb. you know, again, it's like where my brothers were the Navy SEALs that trusted these people. We are protected. I do believe that, you know, unless it's another story with the Romans hunting the Gnostics. I know I've mentioned this in another video, but it's the only thing that makes sense at this time. So I don't know. I guess they're going to have to take him out so that we can live. If he hasn't taken himself out already, he may have. I mean, he's not going to want all of humanity to know exactly what he did. So I guess, I don't know, I guess a lot of these people are committing suicide. Again, I wouldn't wish it on anybody. Or, you know, unless, you know, there's all claims that Diana was married to President Trump, but President Trump never wore a wedding ring that I noticed in one of his photos here recently. But everybody's trying to say that Diana and President Trump were married, and, you know, when she died in that wreck, that she didn't really die, and she was actually pregnant with a child by Donald. Like, there's so much lies and deceit. Who knows what the truth is? You know, so then it's like, well, did she poison President Trump, being AB negative, and him Anunnaki? I don't even know. It's just all hypothesis at this point. And just knowing that they're coming after me and I'm a Magic Girl Indigo. So hopefully soon we will know the whole truth. These are my brothers, like the real men in the world, are the ones that are willing to lay their life down for you and for me. Every person that joined the military took an oath to protect this country against enemies, both foreign and domestic. And we have domestic domestic enemies in this government, and in the military, which I guess have been exposed now. Okay, so 9/11/2012. 299 is Benghazi. That is when I do believe Tyrone Woods and Glenn Doherty went into witness protection. I believe they were the two Navy SEALs that Hillary was after, and they trusted Diana and John as well. Only road to save my friends, 299. They're all counting on you, 299. An explosion of information, 299. Let us take back control of America, 299. The truth is a bitter red pill, 299. All the glitters is not gold, 299. 369, balance perfection, 299. Going back to earthly paradise, 299. So that's like, our technology is so way beyond any of us can even comprehend at this point, but they've kept us dumbed down so much, where technologically, we are so far advanced that it would hurt people's brains, I think. But this is the future. This is where we're at. We've been lied to, and now it's time for us to know the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And it's going to hurt, but this is the only way we grow, and it's the only fair. Okay, so Mother of all things beautiful, 299. Servant of righteousness, 299. Storm of truth and justice, 299. We choose our own path in life, 299. Great things are going to happen, 299. Everything is love, Mona Lisa, 299. Science fiction is really true, 299. You are here to change the world, 299. I really hope and pray that all of my brothers from Extortion 17, Benghazi, Patrick, Chris Kyle, like, I do genuinely, truly hope that they've been able to be kept safe. But again, you know, with the Kennedys trying to sacrifice, John trying to sacrifice me, how many other people have they managed to sacrifice? It's a very valid question. I just know that, you know, my brothers are coming home, and if it's not my brothers, it's people like them that are coming back to take this country back. This is a military operation. It is a military operation that's been going on for 60 plus years. And President Trump was working with the military all along. He was not a politician. It was a military operation. They were all working together as a team. And they were betrayed. So again, The white hats are in control. They've always said that the ending isn't for everyone. And I guess it's not. It's only for those, the pure of heart, that want to do the right thing in all situations. Those of us that will not succumb to peer pressure for money and greed and fame and fortune at the expense of hurting innocent people. That's not how the world works. It's not how it was ever intended to work. We're supposed to have each other's back. We're supposed to stand up for righteousness. We're supposed to do the right thing in all situations, no matter what. And if things don't serve you, you have to have the courage to walk away, because it won't bring you love and joy and peace. On the side of righteousness, 299. Venus, creator of the cosmos, 299. 1776 is 299. So that's the year, I guess. 1776 is where we want to be unwound to, but it's actually the beginning of this time matrix. But 1776, I guess, was when they altered the Constitution and made America a corporation from being a republic. But again, it's not just about America. It's galactic. It's huge. And then also from 1776, I get 17 is Q. 76 is the year Patrick was born. 7 and 6 is 13, which is his number. There's like 3 confirmations in that one little sentence, in that one little numerical spiel. Okay, peace on earth is now and forever, 299. There will be no more wars there, because there are no more reptilians. There are no more of these. Obviously, I'm not saying all reptilians, but these alpha draconians, this specific bloodline. They're gone, because the vibration is too high. They will not be able to maintain life forms in the love vibration, because they don't know how to love. It's not in them. It's a genetic mutation. They don't have the empathy gene. Okay, so love is how we change the world. 299. Love, again, is the law of vibration and energy. Let's make this world a better place. 299. I came here to tell you truth. 299. 3.14. A Messiah. 299. Okay, so Patrick and my number. Okay, our birth numbers. His is 13 in one aspect. If you add them all up together, it's 31. Exactly the same as mine. Okay, so 3.14. Okay, so 3 plus 1 is 4. So 3.14 is pi. It's the geometry of the universe. Our life force coming together resets the energy grid line. It obliterates the fib of no chi, which is the net that has control over humanity. It's a spell that has been cast over all of us. So when we come together, we break the spell, we break the matrix, we break the control that they have over your mind, because religion is a lie. It's not the whole truth. They're not telling you the real story of Jesus and Mary Magdalene. But that's why they keep on trying to stop us from fulfilling our destiny. And this time they lose, because we're able to expose them. Okay, so Ass Awesome Super Sniper, 299. I can't stop thinking about her, 299. The Deadly Wife of Jesus Christ, 299. Witness for Jesus Christ, 299. Hurting Osiris equals death, 299. Patrick, my monsters are real, 299. Thank you for protecting me, 299. We will have a fairy tale on Earth, 299. Kryptonite relationship, 299. They are the first husband-wife, 299. So I guess we both have a positive blood. Again, it's our DNA upgrading. So at the beginning of this time matrix, when they got control over the energy grid lines of the planet, they dumbed down your brain function and how much of your brain you use. So that's why most people, they say, oh, you use 9% of your brain. Well, yes, of course, because they have control of the energetic grid lines of the earth. Once we break the spell that they have over humanity, that's when Patrick and I come together. Like, our energy is so powerful that it's like a fairy tale. So we break the spell. You see, your history that you've been taught are fairy tales. It's not the whole truth. the Bible that everybody believes is the truth is a fairy tale. It's not the whole truth. It's kind of crazy when you start realizing that your life resembles fairy tales and that witches and warlocks are real. But this is just this crazy world that we live in, and now it's been fixed. And again, I just have this feeling in my heart, and I'm going to go with it. The other thing that comes to me, okay, as something like 9/11 is going to happen again, that's going to be devastating. But because we're at the tipping point where there won't be too much of a dip in the Schumann resonance to cause the hydrostatic torsion in the firmament to wobble, we will not have the same floods that we had before when they open up the stargates or the galactic portals. So I guess there's something devastating. Obviously, I mean, if this guy has targeted children, innocent people, then if he hasn't taken himself out, he will, I guess, or how many clones? These people have so many clones. I guess it's like ending all the clones as well, so that they can't continue to manipulate everybody. Because whoever controls the mind controls the soul. Perfect planetary alignment, 299. We all want the love of a lifetime, 299. Universal law of attraction, 299. I felt you fly over smiling, 299. So there was a helicopter that flew over one day, and it was just weird because I was like, I wonder if Patrick's in there, and it's just, I had this weird feeling. So I do wonder. She's always been your Magdalene, 299. It was you from the beginning, 299. Like I said, you know, that feeling that I had in that group with -48 when Junior stopped the conversation, and I looked at a picture of Patrick, and I was like staring at it for hours. I was like, what is this connection? But it's just a feeling that I had in my heart, and I noticed his cheekbones, and then I was thinking of the elves in Lord of the Rings. That, you know, Tolkien was a South African that wrote those books. So I guess we are the elves as well, and druids and healers, with the Gnostics that the Romans have hunted over and over and over again because they want control over you and your children. Okay. Just love one another, damn it. 299. Cheers to better days and ways, 299. And I love you, Lucian Lincoln Wood, 299. Wishing you the very best, 299. Transition back to greatness, 299. So my heart does go out to Linwood, because I know he's a man of God. He's so faithful, and he's really wanted to expose the Illuminati, and I'm sure it was devastating for all of these individuals that have been lied to and manipulated by the Kennedys, and what the ulterior motive was. But I do believe that Linwood will always do the right thing, no matter how difficult things are that he learns. I do believe he will always do the right thing, and that he will be there for Patrick and myself and all of the other innocent Majigrail indigos, all God's children that were put on this earth and that were targeted by the evil aspects within the ranks of this government and the CIA and secret societies. You know, I did email then, but again, if my mail and everything is being intercepted, I don't know that if he did receive it. But I have faith that our souls connect and that he will always do the right thing. So I have a lot of love for Linwood. To Donald Most High, love you, 299. I love, honor, and respect you, 299. I'm the messenger, Donald Trump, 299. I will find my father's killers, 299. And no one knew where he was born, 299. Severely traumatized as a child, 299. You could not imagine his pain, 299. Promise me, look after each other, 299. He saves mankind from their sin, 299. His heart of God is holy and pure, 299. My words are forever and ever. 299. Thank you, God, for all I have. 299. Truth writer Mary Magdalene. 299. The most caring woman on earth. 299. We would have been mad good friends. 299. I love you with all my heart. 299. You know, again, it's like when President Trump went into there was 2020 here earlier on, so that's when he went into Walter Reed. I don't know, I've said this in other the other presentations that I've made, but it keeps coming up, so I have to go over it again. If President Trump was being poisoned, they could never have told us at that time, because it's a military operation. It's a massive psychological operation of waking up 8 billion people. Telling you that President Trump was poisoned in 2020 would have been devastating, because there were not enough people awake to the truth, and that it would have caused such a drop in the Schumann resonance that it would have been flooding like Noah's, because again it would have caused a wobble in the hydrostatic torsion of the firmament that holds this space open, and everybody would have just been flooded out. So if he was poisoned and his daughter signed a DNR, I think President Trump would have known who the 13 of us were, that they, perhaps he knew, you know, that there was this operation, that they were using our gifts to manifest and to guide the matrix, and that we were being compensated for it. But obviously, you know, if they're trying to take President Trump out and then found out that through his secret books or whatever, there was something about a secret diary, then he would have probably wanted to compensate us, those ones that he knew are just like him, with honesty and integrity and value and love for all people, regardless of color, creed, and religion, which needs to end, because that's why we're in the pickle that we're in. So again, it's, you know, they would have then had to transfer his consciousness or part of his consciousness or whatever they do to a clone to fulfill the mission. They wouldn't. It's so sad. I just would like to know the truth. You know, at the end of the day, it's like, President Trump alive? Was he poisoned? That would be devastating. It's going to break everybody's heart. But we're at a space where the Schumann resonance is high enough where people can handle the news. You know, did this dude off President Trump, and then he came for the Navy SEALs, and then coming for me and couldn't murder me because I have a higher spiritual ranking than he does. And the realization that, hello, John, you're not God. But listening to the starseeds, this dude seems to be highly maniacal. But again, it's like, I don't know. I've never met him. I don't really want to, since they've harvested my energy, and there's not only one of them, there's two. So, and then there's clones. So, so I'm just ready for the military to step in. The military is the only way. And I will always love President Trump. I saw the light in his soul. I see the generosity in his heart, and I would never believe that he would ever want to hurt anybody. So anyway, this is one of the Q posts from September 10 of 2018. And that deal when President Trump went into Walter Reed was October 2nd of 2022. So, I mean 2020, sorry. So that's 2, 4, 6, that's 7. Okay, so Anons catch it. Okay, so this is number 2964144. 144 is my number. Anons catch it all. 2 devices used, 1 carrier, pushed exactly at same time, 0.10 second variance. Device lag or feeder site delayed, request fulfilled, God wins. That's a perfect proof, guys. Request heard, delivered, no coincidence. Thank you for doing that, Q. Okay, so we have 2, 1 exactly. 0 to 10-second variance. Anyway, God wins. I'm sure that this will make sense at some point. Right now, nothing jiggles. Okay, so I do believe that President Trump was General George Patton's son. His actual birthday is December 7th of 1945 on Pearl Harbor Day. General Patton was murdered by the Illuminati on December 21st, 1945, because he opposed Operation Paperclip, where they allowed the Nazis to infiltrate the United States. His adoption date is June 14th of 1946, which comes to a 13, which is my number and Patrick's number and Aaron's number and Marcus Lateral's number too. Okay, I will love you forever and always, no matter what. Thank you for loving us and showing us the way. And then here, there's this little statement by General George Patton. Moral courage is the most valuable and usually the most absent characteristic in men. They look alike. You know, some people think that he could have been the reincarnation of General Patton. You know, I guess General Patton had a little bit of a vicious temper, but because I saw something where he smacked the crap out of some dude that lost his marbles because of a situation. So I realized we all deal differently with stress and trauma. But, you know, if President Trump's father was murdered, right, he was always going to find out who his parents' killers were. And that's what he did, because we all know JFK didn't die. He went into witness protection, so that's all a bunch of lies. But I'm sure President Trump would have wanted to know who in the Illuminati murdered his father. And now you kind of really sit and wonder, like, if the Kennedys are not as truthful as they say, and they are not who they say they are, like, who are they really? So anyway, that's what I have on that. Oh, okay, hold on. So apparently then President Trump's mom was General Patton's wife's niece. So when General Patton's wife found out that her niece was pregnant, I guess there was a whole bunch of being really angry about all of that. And I think basically murdered his mom and his dad. So he was then adopted by the Trumps. So President Trump really isn't a Trump, he's a Patton. Hopefully we'll get some confirmation on that. You know, that's why so many people are like, oh, Black Sun, he's part of the Black Sun. This kind of makes me really question it, because he really is not of those bloodlines. And we know that the people in the military are really truthful, honest people, have such high honor and integrity, just like Elvis Presley does. So they're always going to do the right thing. And I do believe President Trump was a man of high honor and respect. And I don't think that he would ever intentionally want to hurt any of us, because he loves all people, whether he's Anunnaki or not, you know. I do think, again, that there's good Anunnaki. I don't know enough about all of that history to be sure, but from the Emerald Covenant, things that I'm reading, it just seems, you know, that there's things that want to be righted. God's children know their Father, 299. She's protected by a guardian angel, 299. I will never fall to the dark side, 299. Peace be with the truth seekers, 299. My enemies often have accidents, Q, 299. Following the star Sirius, 299. I remove the yoke of slavery, 299. Love each other, pretty please, 299. I'm absolutely not a bad person, 299. My heart is pure, I know, 299. I can forgive, but I cannot forget, 299. Unwinding Fibonacci sequence, 299. Protected by a higher vibration, 299. Invisible security from God, 299. Love, peace, health, prosperity, 299. Oh, we will rock you, 299. Of course we won. We are Team God, 299. And I put this decal over here of my brothers that went into witness protection in order to expose the military, expose the crazy stuff was going up, because they love you and me so much that they were willing to do all of this for us, and then were betrayed. Hopefully not. Hopefully they can come home and we can fix this country and make the world a beautiful place again. Okay, and here's my little Yoda thing that I thought was kind of cool. It's like, when you look at the dark side, careful you must be, for the dark side looks back. Remember, everything, we have choice of everything we call into our life. So if we want joy and happiness, we attract joy and happiness. That's why we don't ever wish ill on anybody else. And I do forgive those that have done ugly things. I forgive you from a distance. It doesn't mean I need you to come and speak to me or tell me. I bless you and let you on your way. Wake up, people. The pandemic is a lie. 299. Loving and caring loves to help. 299. Even the Banshee couldn't compete. 299. It's showtime. Now let's go. 299. Nothing can stop what is coming. The best is yet to come. 299. So when I was at the Secret Space Conference last year, there were a few other people that said, you know, they'd also heard from remote viewers that President Trump had actually passed away on October 2nd of 2020 when he went into Walter Reed because he'd been poisoned. His daughter signed a DNR, and obviously they've had to play along whatever this is by the military until all of the military tribunals and all of the rats, you know, with the swamp could be drained, because that was the original plan, was to get rid of all the gunk on the earth that does not belong here, and that no child will ever be hurt again, and that our children can play outside in safety, knowing that, you know, they're not going to be vampires harvesting their energy, that there's no our true intention, the beginning of time, before the invasion, you know, this earth was created for us to seek God in its goodness. It's not a man on top of a firmament. It's just being good to one another and finding joy in helping others. That's how you are happy and joyful, is watching out for one another, loving one another. It's not manipulation and lies and cheating and stealing and jealousy. That's not love. Anyway, disclaimer: energy is fluid, decodes, shape could be past, present, and future from this time or previous lifetimes. Take what serves you and leave the rest. If you're an energy vampire and play in intuitive's energetic fields, they may become aware of what you're doing. If you don't want to be caught, don't meddle or siphon another's energy. Always know that there is always a higher power watching over you. Only take what serves your higher purpose and what is for your greatest good. Once you know better, you do better. All things bright and beautiful to you and yours. Huge hugs and big love.